Hello, everyone. I just want to start by saying that I love all you guys. I love you all. Everyone who's watching this, even the people who dislike me or spying on me or don't believe me or don't agree with me. Love you all. I love all my viewers. And I just wanted to let you know that I love you and really care about you. And I have some sad news for you. I almost died twice last week, and it may have been deliberate. May possibly have been deliberate. No proof. Obviously, I have no proof, but it may have been a deliberate attempt on my life. Now, explain. I post quite extensively on Amazon, and rate my transactions. I rate my transactions like they asked me to. They wanted my opinion, and I admitted in these transactions that I rated that I had food allergies. Well, after I had admitted, maybe a week after I had admitted that I had food allergies, I ordered something from Amazon, and it reeked of mildew. I didn't react just at first to it, okay? I didn't react just at first. I ordered something from Amazon and it reeked of mildew. I didn't react just at first. I took it in my room, had it there for about maybe 4 to 5 days, and I had no reaction. Then, boom! Suddenly, I start reacting to the mildew. It overcomes me, and I don't know, because I reacted out of the blue. I don't know what it is I'm reacting to. I have no clue. I have no idea what I'm reacting to. So I get so sick, and I get sick over and over. I'm sick whenever I'm in my room, and had to go to ER two times. Finally figured out what was causing the allergic reaction, that it was the mildewy item. Got rid of it right away, but I had a bunch of new food allergies after that, and I'm not sure exactly what I reacted to, but I'm avoiding everything I had before I started reacting. So, pretty sad. So, I got the mildewy item, reported it to Amazon like a responsible citizen, told them it was mildewy, told them it reeked of mildew, told them it landed me in the ER, and basically scolded them and said, you shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have even sent this to me. You should have smelled it. You should have known better than to send something mildewy to me, because it landed me in the ER and you're going to make your customers sick. Next thing I get from Amazon after complaining, big box, something I ordered, big box. Looked like somebody had dumped, and I got it, this was like 4 or 5 days after I had ordered it. Looked like somebody had dumped a big bucket of water all over this box. They just took a big bucket of water, dumped it all over the box. The box was taped shut and it was dry, but it had when you opened it up, it had come delaminated. The cardboard was like this. This was the flap. Flap was like this, and there were several layers just jutting out like this, because it had become entirely delaminated because somebody had just dumped a big old bucket of water on top of it. Smelled like mildew. Fortunately, the item inside was completely wrapped in plastic. So I was able to salvage the item without having to pay for the shipping to send it back. or pay any other price or go to any other further effort to send it back. So I was able to salvage the item, but the box, I had to get rid of it immediately. I had to get rid of the box immediately. I also took back the mildewy items to get a refund. And it made me wonder, was this deliberate? Was somebody trying deliberately to kill me because they knew I had allergies? Could have been. Not necessarily. It's not definite. But it could have been. Could possibly have been an attempt on my life. So, yeah, Amazon, it's a snake in your midst. And you better get your act together. Because I'm going to tell everyone. I'm going to tell everyone who watches this video. I'm going to tell everyone I know that you send mildewy items that are, or even stuff with black mold that could actually be a health hazard to your customers. And you could kill someone. You could kill someone. If I hadn't had my EpiPen, I'd be dead. So, I was reacting really strongly. Claritin didn't touch it. I had to pull out the EpiPen. And you know how expensive EpiPens are, and that's on the taxpayer dole. You, Amazon, you cost taxpayers money. Costing taxpayers money. They're paying for you to live. You're on corporate welfare, first of all. You got a huge check during the bailout. Second of all, you're costing taxpayers money by sending out moldy and mildewy stuff that can make people sick. So, Amazon's got to clean up their act. They got to clean up their act, and they got to stop trying to assassinate people secretly. Because they're not going to be able to keep it a secret from anybody. They thought I would just drop dead and I would just disappear. That's what they were hoping. And now I don't know what did I do to Amazon? What did I do to Amazon? Oh, that's right. I mentioned that Amazon evades taxes and paid $0.00 in taxes last year, and I hurt their bottom line. I hurt their little corporate welfare plantation that they've got going on. Their little corporate welfare plantation. They've got the workers who are the serfs, work them to the bone, very little pay, and they're huge. Whenever you do a search on Google, they're accomplice. They're the two of them in league. When you search Google, very first 4 or 5 search results for any item you're searching for is Amazon. Various items on Amazon. Now, I understand a lot of small business owners benefit from Amazon. I understand that. I understand that in these tough times, it's hard to make a living doing anything except working on Amazon. I would encourage those of you who are watching to give small businesses a chance. And I would recommend to these small businesses, very strongly recommend to any small business that happens to be online, please get a PayPal account, a business PayPal account, and please offer PayPal to your customers. Because any credit card company nowadays will reject any transaction that's not with Amazon or some other big wig. Big guys. Big guys. So, I'm not naming names. You all know who these big guys are. So I don't have to name names. But, online retailers that are the big guys. And then there's the little guys. Small businesses offer PayPal to your customers. Customers, please use the PayPal. And please give these small businesses your business. Because when you go through the Amazon marketplace, you get you get messed over anyway. You get messed over as a small business. It's too competitive, and you get messed over. And even if you can make a living on Amazon, you could do better on your own, maybe, possibly. You never know, you might. People give way too much of their power and their business to Amazon. There's no law that says you have to buy from Amazon. There's no law. And I'll tell you what I did. Right before they tried to do me in, I got an Amazon credit card. I did. I got an Amazon credit card. I was actually I even left a nice review for Amazon, and they refused to post it. I was totally dedicated to Amazon. And they felt no loyalty to me at all. I was just a number. I was just a number in a numbers game, in a war, playing chess with people's lives. So, yeah, something to think about. I don't know who else could have been involved. I have no proof, but Amazon's got friends in high places. So I'm not saying who did this. Trump or Biden, I don't know. I've made a lot of good enemies, haven't I? Made a lot of good enemies. I don't know who did this or why. Could have just been some overworked person that was working the assembly line that wanted to get their stuff out as fast as possible. But why do they have water damage in their warehouses anyway? Why don't they maintain their warehouses? Why have I never gotten anything moldy or mildewy ever from Amazon until now, when I started speaking out against some of the things the government's doing, for example? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? It makes you think. So there was an attempt on my life. What else is in the news? Maybe a stock market crash ahead. For those of you who are my African American viewers, I have a tip for you. I have a hot tip. The government contractors are now hiring. Not the government, but government contractors. Big guys, big wigs. Just go right to the top. All the top guys, they're not hiring all people. They're not hiring white people. They're hiring black people. So if you want a nice paying job, if you want to be pulling down $60,000 to $70,000 a year, you heard it first from me. I gave you a hot tip. And for those of you who are thinking of investing, hot tip: government contractors. A good investment right now. Because why? Why would government contractors be a good investment? Well, because the military machine is ramping up. The military machine is ramping up, and there's going to be a lot of business in the next few years for military contractors. For those of you who are not aware or don't know or have never heard of it, a contractor is not the government. It is a private business. It's a corporation or a private business that works for the government. So that's a contractor. So government contractors, look for the top 100 government contractors, or even the top 10. You might find yourself a good investment. You might find, and you don't have to invest in military. There's contractors that have nothing to do with the military specifically, or maybe help the military but aren't producing weapons of any sort. So you can find some really good investments. I think one of them is Verizon. I think Verizon is a government contractor right now. Might be a good investment. Telecommunications is always a stable investment. You don't make a lot of money. That's not the top producer. But it's always above zero. It's always above zero year. You never lose money in telecommunications, really, most of the time. I mean, it is possible to lose money, but most of the time, you don't lose any money. It doesn't go below zero, except during a recession, of course. Then everything is zero during a recession, or below zero. Everything's below zero in a recession. But the telecommunications is near the top during a recession. So, yeah, it's a good investment. So think about some of the other companies that work for the government that may not necessarily be directly involved with producing weapons of mass destruction or weapons in general. You can find some good jobs, some good investments. And in the future, think about it, it's a good investment because in the future, there might not be anything else. Wow. My gosh. Might not be anything left. That might be the only place left to get an investment or go to work. Might be the last place left. Hopefully this country will not succumb to socialism, and hopefully the government won't own the means of production, because that's what they mean when they say the people should own the means of production. The people is the government, right? So it's not the people who own the means of production, it's the government that owns the means of production. It's socialism. So, and, it helps them. It helps people who work for government. Bernie Sanders, if he were the leader of the free world, right? If he were the leader of the free world coming up in November, or, next January, he would benefit the most of anybody. He would benefit most of all from socialism. Wouldn't be the people who would benefit, be the guys who control the government would benefit, because the government would be in control of everything. Everything. It would be a bloodless coup. So, nobody likes to hear this stuff, right? That's why. Nobody likes to hear this stuff. That's why they wanted me dead. Somebody wanted me dead. But, just a thought now about my maleficent goddess. You can tune out now if you don't believe in goddess. It's fine. I had to face her face to face. Had to face her face to face. Had to think about her. Had to think about Maleficent goddess. And I had to think about death. And, let's see. I know I have it around here somewhere. Yeah, I misplaced it. I don't know where it is. Okay, I made a list. I don't have the list now, but I made a list. All the baddies that tried to kill me. Right? Not necessarily the ones who tried to kill me, but who may possibly have had a motive to kill me, or who may have tried to kill me. I made a list. And this time I didn't really say, I wasn't nice like I used to be. because I'm dealing with Maleficent Goddess here. Maleficent Goddess doesn't play nice. She doesn't play nice. When you're nice, she makes sure you're not nice. Because she wants you to be bad. No, she doesn't really want you to be bad. She wants you to be good. She wants you to be good, but when you do good things, when you're a good person and you try to be good, she strikes you down. She strikes you down in your prime. So I knew I had to play hardball, so I specifically prayed to Maleficent Goddess. I asked her to punish these people who did this, whoever participated and whoever knew about it, whoever heard about it and knew about it. Punish these people in equal measure to what they did to me. Punish them instantly. Immediately. Not to wait. Not wait 10 years or 20 years or 1,000 years or the next 10 lives. I asked her to punish them now. Right away. And I don't know if that was a good prayer or not. Maybe it was vengeful. Maybe it was spiteful. Maybe I shouldn't have. But I did it because I almost died and it was too much. It was just too much. My father tried to kill me once. He sent a hitman after me, so this isn't the first time I faced down death. Guy tried to kill me with his truck. He was driving in circles all around parking lot, chasing me around a parking lot. I was running from his truck. He was chasing me with his truck. I was lucky I was able to outrun the truck and slip through a hole in the wall in time before he hit me. He was trying to hit me. Had cop point a gun at me, right at my head. Not up close, from a distance. They were halfway across a lot. And I was just passing through the lot, and the guy didn't lower his gun. He still had his gun pointed right at me. He had his gun drawn the whole time, and there was no one around. There was no one to shoot at. He just had his gun drawn, and he was pointing it. And never point your gun at anything you don't intend to shoot immediately. But he did it. Because he was a jerk. So, yeah, I faced down death before many times. Had near fatal allergies before. Almost been hit by cars many times. Faced down the police officer pointing a gun. The African American family that was trying to push me into moving traffic. Faced down death many times. But this time I came closer than I have before, and it got really personal. It was really personal. In the past couple of weeks, I've had 3 allergy attacks that almost killed me. So there were two last weekend, and one weekend before that, just having constant allergies. And so the mildew was one of the things that almost killed me. And become allergic to a lot of new things, a lot of things I can't have. Can't have dairy anymore. So done with dairy. Not going to eat meat. Not going to eat meat. But I have introduced some eggs into my diet. Now, I know you're going to say egg industry is really cruel. They're even cruel to the birds who are in the big factories the big warehouses. They're in a big warehouse. but they're able to wander around. They're able to move around. But they peck each other and they scratch each other, and they get de-beaked and declawed and get their tails cut off, and they grind them up for cat food afterwards. So it's not a pleasant life for chicken raised for eggs. But I still believe that free cage eggs are better than killing the poor chickens for meat. I just feel that's a better. I would buy from a small farm if I could. There aren't very many small farms left that produce eggs. It's kind of hard. Maybe I can get some eggs from my local farmer's market. Maybe I can go to the farmer's market for eggs. They're very expensive, these cage-free eggs. Pay something like $4.49 a box. I'm hoping that the poor birds are treated kindly and kept clean, and that they're well maintained at the very least. That they don't have to wander in their own excrement, for example. And that the eggs don't have salmonella on them. But I've started eating eggs just for a little variety in my diet, just so that I'm not eating the same thing every day, because that's how you become allergic to things. If anybody who's ever lived with food allergies will understand. When you eat something every single day or at every meal, like as a protein source, you become allergic. And I'm already allergic to so many things. How am I supposed to get my protein? It's a bum deal. So, yeah, I really had no choice but to start eating eggs. Some people think you can live without protein, but they only do it for maybe a couple of years before they go back. A lot of people go back to eating meat, which is worse than eggs. I don't have to really tell you how they slaughter a chicken. They hang them upside down by their feet, by their legs. They have their legs clamped in irons, just like they did during the times of slavery. They clamp the chicken's legs in irons and hang them upside down. Then they send them on a conveyor belt. It's a moving conveyor belt where they're moving along a conveyor belt. They're moving along very high speeds, clamped upside down by their legs, which is very cruel for a bird. Imagine any bird being clamped upside down by its legs. It would be terrified. And then their heads are sliced off with a blade. So meat, can never eat chicken again. I really can't. Knowing what I know, it would just be wrong. It would be wrong to eat chicken. So maybe eating eggs isn't the best thing, but there's almost nothing left I can eat. And if I can't eat eggs anymore, I'll have to go back to eating meat. That's where I go next from eating eggs, is back to meat. So that's it. Fight the good fight, folks. Are you stockpiling yet? I know people are stockpiling. I know since I last spoke with you, people are stockpiling. Things are disappearing from shelves faster than I have ever seen before. And practically everyone is becoming a prepper now. They're all over YouTube. There's just thousands of preppers now. The shelves are just being cleared off. Shelves are being cleared off in all the grocery stores. I won't tell you what it is, but there's one particular item I've been looking for everywhere and I can't find it anywhere. It's just a common item. Very common, very cheap food usually. Usually it's very cheap. And it's essential for a vegetarian. It's essential food for a vegetarian. Can't find it anywhere now. Had to break down and order it from Amazon because I couldn't find it anywhere. No one, they don't have it anywhere now, and it's a very common item. It's just like the way beans and rice were disappearing. This food is disappearing. Food is disappearing, and pretty soon all the foods are going to start disappearing. People are stockpiling in preparation for a coronavirus disaster and a stock market crash. It's a good thing they're stockpiling because somebody's got to be left alive if there's a nuclear winter, if the U.S. goes to war with China. So and I know those of you who are Chinese may feel like you're under attack or think, oh, that's so racist. How can she say things about China? China, the country, is different from the Chinese people. China, the country, China, the government, as you well know, has invaded India, took over Hong Kong, wants to take over Taiwan, doing exercises in the South China Sea, making more nukes, testing rockets here in America, and we're letting them, we're giving them our equipment and our land to test their rockets so that their rocket scientists can learn how to launch a rocket into outer space. But they already know how to launch a rocket in outer space, but they get to do more tests and more research so they can perfect their technique. And of course, that launching a rocket into space is how an EMP is formed. So we're actually helping them. U.S. government is doing everything in its power right now. And it's almost like to help China. And it's almost like there really is a conspiracy. There really is a conspiracy to help China. I don't understand it. Why would we help China? Why? Why are we helping China when they're being so aggressive? Why are we helping China when they're doing military exercises at it? So a bunch of military guys can justify their jobs and have something to do. So we can use our war machine for the first time in 60 years? Or is there another reason? Is there another reason? Could be lots of reasons why we're helping China. One of them could be that there's communists infiltrating our government. FBI, like a picture. You can look it up on DuckDuckGo. There's a picture of all the FBI guys down on one knee, and I have nothing against that. I have nothing against them being down on one knee. I know they're making a statement about police brutality, that they're against it, but it kind of makes you wonder if there's people at the FBI who are in league with Black Lives Matter and with communists. I don't know. I have no clue what's going on at the FBI. If you are in the FBI and you know what's going on at the FBI, please leave something in the comments telling me what's going on at the FBI. But I do not know what is going on at the FBI. But I think it's just half this country is Democrat, and half half of the FBI is Democrat because half this country is Democrat. So there's a bunch of Democrats. They're not. It's not really half. It's more like 30%, and then 20% of the left leaning are in the middle. They're moderate liberals, 20%, and then on the other side, 30% right leaning moderates, and then there's 20% Republicans. So that's how the breakdown. But yeah, there might be a lot of Democrats and left-leaning working for the FBI that all got together and decided to stage a photograph of them all on one knee. I have nothing against that. I really don't. Just saying, what if? What are they thinking? What do they feel? What is their political leaning? What are their beliefs? Are they leaning toward communism? Are they leaning toward socialism? Are they Bernie Sanders supporters? Are they Biden or Kamala Harris supporters? We don't know. We don't know. It's just the FBI, so we don't know. We're not in the FBI, so we don't know. Maybe the FBI agents can answer and explain the politics of the FBI, because FBI is really heavy into politics, and there's people on both sides doing things. And the FBI, there were lots of FBI agents that did a sting on people in the Trump administration. They were trying to nail Trump. So there could be some liberal leaning people in the FBI. I don't know. So that's it. Lots to think about. Don't know who did this. I don't know who. I think it was maybe just Amazon. I think it was just Amazon. There's a trifecta. Amazon, Google, Facebook, and they share information, and they sell information to each other. They sell search results, supposedly for marketing reasons, right? Just for marketing, purely marketing reasons. But in any organization, there's always black hats, and I know you don't like references to the word black, but black hats and white hats used to mean good guys and bad guys. The black hats were the bad guys. The bad guys, the black hats, might possibly decide that corporate assassin or corporate samurai, that's the trope. The trope is corporate samurai. Who knows? It is possible that there's a corporate samurai. Nothing to do with race. Nothing to do with race at all. So that's it. Check out the description. Just check out the links. And I'll see you next time.